I know what you're probably thinking, Tiffany, the makeup does not match the shirt. Did you know that purple is the opposite of yellow in the color wheel?
This video was formed from a live ostrich.
Cherie Amour released an EP called Some Songs, and I'm going to share my thoughts on it.
702.
I absolutely love this song. I think it's a great single to introduce the EP. It's such a jam. I don't know what's going on with the instrumentals, like guitars, electronic shit. I'm not sure, but I absolutely love it. It's scratchy in the way that it like scratches a brain itch. I was gonna cover this song. I like 100% had plans on covering it. I was gonna work on it in a vocal lesson, and then I didn't do it that week, and then I changed my plans because one lyric threw me off. As a white person, am I allowed to sing I was your king and you are my Coretta? I don't know, I'm probably overthinking this, but I just don't want to be disrespectful. The lyric is referring to Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King. I feel like it's better to overreact than to accidentally do something disrespectful. So I don't know. But I was like really excited to cover this song, even though it has an instrumental bridge, kind of, sort of. Not really a bridge, it was the part after the voicemail part, but it's not too long of a instrumental part before it goes back into I just wanna be with you. Speaking of the voicemail part,
baby, I'm so fucking disappointed in you. I trusted you, and this how you gonna do me? I would die for you, and you wouldn't even be real with me? It's my world, you're just living in it, and don't ever think otherwise.
I low-key asked Trey on Twitter if, hypothetically, I were to cover this song, if he could do the voicemail part. I asked the same thing of Alex from Young Culture for one of their songs, and he said he would, and then he never did. Trey just didn't see the tweet, which is fine, because I didn't end up covering the song because of that one lyric. If they say it's fine, then maybe I'll still cover it, because I think it fits my voice pretty well. I forgot to mention this. I feel like this is like a positive song for a song called Storm, and I kind of love that. This is a very different direction for Cherie Amour. I wrote in my notes that the song hasn't really stuck with me yet, and it was a single, so it's been out for longer than, what's today? Sunday? 2 days? But it's growing on me. I have had it stuck in my head since I was doing my makeup and getting ready for this video.
1,000 miles.
French!
Je suis enchanté. Te dis je t'aime dans mes oreilles.
I love when Cherie Amour has French lyrics in their songs. I think it'd be cool if they did a song all in French at one point. I think that'd be neat. What's funny is I expected this song to be like No Good at Goodbyes by Shallow Pools, where it starts off acoustic and then gets harder, but it was like the opposite. It's kind of like I expected the opposite things out of each song. Like I expected No Good at Goodbyes to be fully acoustic and it wasn't, and I expected 1,000 Miles to start acoustic and then go hard, and it didn't. Again, I feel like this song is growing on me. This is an EP of growers. It's funny, I was about to say in the first verse it sounds like the instruments don't line up with Trey's voice, and then I listened to it just now and it literally does. Why do I do this? I'll have thoughts and then I go back and I'm like, I was literally wrong. At least I admit when I'm wrong though.
Love is not your thing.
So technically this was the single that introduced the EP, not 702, but we're gonna ignore that because we didn't know about the EP when they dropped this. I absolutely love this. This song was made to have an acoustic version. It fits so well. I covered both versions of this song, if that says anything. I think the first time I covered this song, I said, have I turned to glass? Can you see through the foot I'm putting on? So it seemed like Trey purposely enunciated front a little bit more in the acoustic version to be like, oh, well, I got the lyrics wrong there. Ouch. I mentioned this in my video about Shallow Pools too. If Cherie Amour loves doing one thing, it is randomly dropping singles. They dropped this one very randomly out of nowhere, didn't hype it up, didn't announce that they were releasing it. They were just like, hey, let's make everything acoustic. And I forgot to mention this in my last video. I was making a point with this and I completely forgot what I was saying. Personally, I think randomly dropping singles is so much better than trying to hype them up. I guess in today's day and age with like things like TikTok and stuff, you should hype things up a little bit before you release it, but I think it's fun to just drop a song. Now that I think about it, a funny marketing strategy to try one time would be to drop a song and then act like you're teasing it on TikTok and be like, should we drop this? And then when people comment like yes or something, you could be like, it's already out. I don't know, I think that'd be worth a shot for someone to try. If an artist sees this and they want to try that, go ahead. This was definitely a choice for a song to make acoustic. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. I'm indifferent about it. I think the most iffy I feel is the rap part.
Okay, I'm back with a flow. You already know I'm talking about things that you heard before. I gotta repeat them cause you delete them. I'm not defeated, I'm losing hope.
I don't know how I feel about Trey making it melodic. It's, again, grown on me, an EP full of growers, but I'm just like kind of indifferent about it. Personally, I'm glad that this is an EP and not an entire album with songs of this kind of vibe. I don't want to say not digging them, but taken a little bit. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. I don't know, I'm indifferent about it. I would also like to know if there is a meaning behind the EP being called Some Songs, or is it just because it's some songs? I feel like the cover art and the color scheme definitely fit the vibe that these songs are radiating. And that was it, that's all I had in my notes. Those are my thoughts on the Some Songs EP by Cherie Amour. Make sure you go check it out. If you like this video, like it, comment down below, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, share with your friends, all that crazy, wacky, weird, amazing, fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I never know how to end these things.